This is how I structured my first creative deal with $0 out of my pocket. I bought my first rental without going to a bank in the beginning, without a down payment, and without paying a single dollar from my pocket. And here's how I did it. I met a tired landlord who wanted to sell one rental from his portfolio per year. So I told him, I'm gonna give you exactly what you want, $150,000, if you'll sell or finance this to me for a year. So what I knew was that the bank would go off of the appraised value instead of the purchase price if I owned it for a full year. So I offered the seller $800 a month, even though he was getting $1,000 from the current renter. So why would he say yes to that, right? Well, because I was covering taxes and insurance, so the net to him was the same. So people also ask me how I got him to say yes to 0% interest. Well, we never talked about it. All I discussed with him was paying him $800 a month until I could refinance in a year. Now, what I knew was that the house was worth more than $150,000. So if it appraised for at least $169,000, I could refi it without bringing any money to the table. So guess what? It did. And I didn't use a bank at first. I didn't use my own money, and I didn't overthink this. Oh, also the seller needed an extra 6 months to close on the deal. So I made payments for a total of 18 months and paid down $14,400 on this loan, which meant I only needed to borrow $135,600 from the bank. I had also increased the rent to $1,100 when I purchased the property, which meant I was cash flowing $300 a month. So I made a total of $5,400 while I held that rental. And I used that to cover taxes, insurance, and the refinance. So the final out of pocket was about $400. And that was my first creative deal. I still own it 9 years later, and it's still cash flowing today. So if you're wanting to do deals like this, follow me and I'll teach you how to buy real estate without big money, without big credit, and without huge risk.